Okay, good morning everyone. So last class we have started with units, measurement and dimensions. Last week we have started with this lesson. So already few points are covered in this. That is what you mean by physical quantity, types of physical quantity. And then next we have seen that is unit, how to choose the unit, types of units, and in types of units we have discussed many concepts. So I hope you are able to write all the units now. Means if I give you any physical quantity, I hope you are able to understand, or you are able to write the unit of a given physical quantity. How you are going to write? First thing is, you should know the formula of a given physical quantity. If you know the formula of a given physical quantity, then easily you can write the units here. Okay. After this, what we have discussed? After this, we have discussed the parallax method. I hope you remember what do you mean by parallax method, what do you mean by parallax, and you know gravitational method. So yesterday we started with the point, that is accuracy, precision and error. So what do you mean by accuracy here? Suppose if you measure the weight of any object, the standard weight of any object, suppose if it is 2.45. Suppose the weight of a given object, suppose it is 2.45 kg. If this is the weight of a given object, next what you are doing, next some other person will measure that, then he may get the value as what? 2.42, 2.43, 2.44. Okay, so the same object, when it is measured different times, the weight of the object, there is a small difference, here. So what do you mean by accuracy here? Accuracy is nothing but here how close a measured value to its actual value, how close the measured value with its actual value, that is known as what? Accuracy. That is known as accuracy. So this you know already. Then after that we have discussed precision. Precision in the sense what? Whatever these measured values are there, how much they are close to each other. The measured values, how much they are close to each other, that is known as precision. You can see this is 2.42, 2.43, 2.44. How much each values are close to each other, that is known as precision. How much this 2.42 is close to 2.45, that is known as what? Accuracy. So with the example of cooking, we have discussed it in detail, right? So after that, after accuracy and precision, we wanted to discuss error and types of error. So what do you mean by error here? Error is nothing but it is the uncertainty. Error is nothing but it is uncertainty in the measurement. Uncertainty in the measurement of a physical quantity is known as what? Is known as error. Uncertainty in the measurement of a physical quantity is known as error. Suppose if you are sitting in a classroom, you can imagine, you can count the number of students in the given classroom, right? For example, now here this online class is going on. I can see how many participants are there or how many students are there. I can count and I can tell. So what is this? This is certain calculation. I'll ask you the question like, how many stars are there in the sky? Are you able to answer this? No. You cannot tell how many stars are there in the sky. So that is what? Uncertainty. That is uncertainty. How many atoms are present in this given classroom? How many atoms are present? Gas molecules are present. Can you count it? No, it is uncertain. Here it may change, the value may change. Here again the air molecules may enter, it will go out. So here it is called as what? Uncertainty. Uncertainty in the sense you cannot predict it. You cannot predict it. That is called as what? Uncertain. Okay, the uncertainty in the measurement of a given physical quantity is known as what? Error. Is it clear? With the example you try to understand. Okay, So suppose if I ask you, if you see, now you are taking milk every day in your home, right? Suppose if I ask you how much water is added into that milk, is it possible to measure that? No, it is not possible to separate it. It is not possible to measure that. That is called as what? Uncertainty. That is known as uncertainty. Okay. So here uncertainty means you cannot predict such things. That is known as uncertainty. That is uncertainty in the measurement of a physical quantity is known as error. So this also we have seen. Next, types of error. So now if you have seen yesterday's video, you are able to answer this. Types of error. Can anybody tell me how many types are there? How many types of errors are there? First, two types are there. Two types of errors we have. The first one is it is systematic error. First one is systematic error. Second one is random error. Okay, so we have two types of errors, that is known as what? Systematic error and random error. So systematic error and random error. Actually, I wanted to take this live class because interaction will be there. So only I taught less in that recorded video. Okay, systematic error and the random error. Systematic error means what here? Systematic. Systematic in the sense it is having some order. It is having some manners, in short you can say. So what is that order? Systematic error in the sense here the error either may occur in the positive side or it may occur in the negative side. Error may occur in the positive side or the negative side of the measurement is known as what? Systematic error. It is known as what? Systematic error. These errors tend to shift the result in the direction of positive or the negative side. Such errors are known as what? Systematic error. Now here the question comes, how the systematic errors will occur? How this systematic errors will occur? So one is instrumental error. How this systematic error occurs in the sense, first reason is instrumental error. Yesterday I shown you that vernier caliper. That vernier caliper is a device which is used to measure the small measurements, length, height, breadth of the given objects, that you can measure by using that vernier caliper. I hope you have seen yesterday's video. So that vernier caliper is sometimes it is an instrumental error. Instrumental error in the sense I shown you that is main scale and the vernier scale. If they are not coinciding with each other, whatever measurements you will get, that measurement is not correct. That measurement is not correct. Therefore, here systematic error occurs because of one reason is instrumental error. Second reason is imperfection in the experimental technique. Second reason is imperfection in the experimental technique. Means whatever your teacher will tell you, if you don't follow that, if you make small error or the mistake in that, you will not get the accurate reading. Actually, in chemistry, you people will be doing some experiments called as titration. In chemistry, you do one experiment called as titration. In that titration, you need to add some indicators. ऐसे drops रहते हो, colored liquid will be there. You may not understand if I tell, just idea I am giving you. So you need to add some indicators to some solutions. That time you should get pale pink color. Pale pink color in the sense very light pink color you should get. Your teacher will tell you to add only one drop. But what you people will do, you people will use your brain and you people will add one drop, more than one drop or less than one drop. That time if you do that error, that is what imperfection in the technique. So imperfection in the experimental technique will lead this systematic error. Whatever actual reading you should get, when your teacher will do and take the standard reading, she or he may get, the teacher may get the reading as 2.4. But when you people do it, you will not get it as 2.4. Why? Because of this experimental technical errors. Okay, so this is one. In chemistry, that is over. In physics also, what you can take example, your teacher will ask you to pass only 1 milliampere current. You may pass more. Then here whatever reading you are getting, that is, that reading will be what is not accurate one. Therefore you can say that is this leads to the, this leads to experimental technical error. Okay, next we have, that is personal error. Personal error, I told you, that is due to the defect of a person who is doing the experiment. That time if any error occurs, that is called as personal error. Means you can see, if you come to college, that time I can show you that vernier caliper or screw gauge, the reading lines are very very small here. The person who is having specs or without specs, or if you do any mistake also, that time here you people will not get the exact reading. That is known as what? Personal error. It is what? Our random error. Random error, that live example which you can face now, that is here whatever the voice breaking you are getting, that is nothing but what? Random error. That is due to the fluctuation in the network, you are getting the random error in this video. So if you are doing the practicals in the lab, that time random error occurs due to fluctuation in the voltage or due to the variation of the temperature, due to variation of the temperature. So that is nothing but your second type of error called as what? Random error. Okay, so one we have systematic error, then we have random error. Is it clear everyone? Systematic error and random error, right? Okay, so next we are going to start with very interesting concept is there. So next we have one point called as least count error. Least count error, it is not a type of a error. So you have only mainly two types of errors, systematic error and the random error. You remember only those. Then next we have, this is separate concept called as least count errors. That is least count error. What do you mean by this least count error? If you have a compass with you, you can take your scale, your regular measuring scale. So take your scale, there you can see that associated with the resolution of the instrument. Correct, it is correct definition. So in simple language I'll tell you, take a scale, you can see that is, first we will see least count error is there. First we will see what do you mean by least count, बाद में least count error देखेंगे. If you understand least count error is simple. Okay, first we will see what do you mean by least count. If you take your measuring scale, जो compass box में है, pouch में है, वो scale देखो. So here 0 will be there, then after 10 lines first reading, after 10 lines second, after 10 lines third. So like this, it is of either 15 centimeter or 30 centimeter. You can have 1 meter scale also, means 100 centimeter scale also. Now here see, this is what 1 centimeter, 2 centimeter, 3, 4, 5 ऐसा है वो. Correct है? Are you able to see this, or you can see your scale also? Here 0 is there. After 0 whatever the reading you have, that is what is the value of that? कौन सा value है वो? 0 के बाद में जो है, after 10 lines you have 1. See, First line is 0. After small 10 lines, you have this 1. After 10 lines, you have it as 2. What is this first line? Reading. ये 1 होता है वो. 0 के बाद में how you measure? I have this. Very good. That is how much it is. 0.1. See, suppose if your reading is somewhere here, इसको कैसे count करते हो? 1, 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 4, 5, 6. This is what 1.7. Correct? मतलब ये जो भी reading है वो points में है. Understanding? I hope everyone is understanding. So here the first reading 0 के बाद में immediately जो small line है उसका reading क्या है? It is 0.1. It is 0.1. By using your scale, by using your regular scale, what is the least? Means minimum measurement क्या कर सकते हो? 0.1 centimeter. That is centimeter scale. Correct? You see your scale? It is a centimeter scale. So by using your scale, you can do the measurement starting from 0.1. मतलब ये चौक है. इफ आई पीस दिस चौक, इफ आई कट दिस चौक, इसका ऐसे एक छोटा सा पीस बनाओ. इफ इट इज ऑफ 0.1 सेंटीमीटर, यू कैन मेजर विद द हेल्प ऑफ योर रेगुलर स्केल. उससे भी कम रीडिंग रहा तो क्या होता है, उससे कैलकुलेट नहीं कर सकते हो आप लोग. सो दैट इज ओनली अवर वर्नियर कैलिपर इंस्ट्रूमेंट which will help you to do such a small measurement also. So that point we will see later. Now here what do you mean by least count? Least मतलब minimum. Count, what is that? 0.1. So least count is what? It is the minimum measurement by using that instrument. It is a minimum measurement by using that instrument is called as what? Least count. Understood everyone? What do you mean by least count? Is it clear? If it is clear, I'll ask you one question. Be ready. All are telling yes. Okay. See, my question is, do you know about ammeter device? Ammeter. Ammeter सुना है नाम? Ammeter is what? It is a device used to measure the electric current. इससे electric current measure कर सकते हो. So if you see that ammeter device, ammeter को देखे तो ऐसे कैसा रहता है वो? So inside this you will be having a scale. ऐसे scales रहते हैं. This last reading is 250. Last reading is 250. This first reading is 0. Okay, always the readings will start from 0. So after 10 lines, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. After 10 line, the reading is, I'll take it as 100. After 10 lines, the reading is 100. Again, after 10 lines, the reading is 200. After 10 lines, it is 300. After 10 lines, 400. After 10 lines, it is 500. मतलब आपका जो एमीटर डिवाइस है उस पे रीडिंग्स किधर से किधर है? 0 से 500. From 0 to 500, your ammeter is having a scale. Now my question is, what is the least count of this instrument? What is the least count of this instrument? हंड्रेड कैसे रे? 100 कैसे होता है? After 10 lines you have that. Okay, so many people are giving the answer. That is correct. 10 is the least count. See, after 10 lines आपका 100 है, मतलब 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Correct? So here the least count is what? 100. Suppose if it is 50. 50 रहा तो कितना होता है बोलो? If after 10 lines the reading is 50. Very good. Understood everyone how to do it? Means I'll tell you simple logic. ज़्यादा think मत करो. Whatever the number is there here, that is 50 divided by. Within this, how many lines are there? 10. So the each line value is how much? 5. Suppose here if it is starting from 100. 100 divided by 10. That is what? 10. So the first line value is 10. Suppose if the reading is, now you listen carefully. Suppose if the reading is 2.5. Means after 10 lines, the first line is 2.5. ऐसे भी कुछ instruments रहते हैं. Suppose if it is 2.5. What is the first line value? How you will do it? That is 2.5 divided by 10. So if you do 2.5 divided by 10, you will get the first line value. Is it clear everyone how to calculate least count? Least count of the instruments, how to calculate? Remember this because ग्राफ प्लॉट करते हो आपके फिजिक्स में, उसमें सब में ये इंपॉर्टेंट है. देखो याद रखो इसको. हाँ 0.4. Understood everyone how to understand this least count? So it is little confusing. Once again you go through this video later when I'll upload it. Once again you go through it. If you have any doubt you can ask in the next class. Only the thing is 0 के बाद में जो नंबर रहता है ना उसका डिवाइडेड बाय विद इन दैट इफ 10 लाइन्स आर देयर डिवाइडेड बाय 10 करो. 20 लाइन्स भी रहते हैं कभी कभी, डिवाइडेड बाय 20 करके क्या कर सकते हो, ईच लाइन वैल्यू यू कैन कैलकुलेट. ओके वंस अगेन यू गो थ्रू दिस वीडियो. Again if you have any doubt next class we can discuss it. So I'll proceed with the next point, that is least count error. Actually we were discussing least count error, but first I wanted to tell you what do you mean by least count. Now we will see what is least count error. Okay. So here least count error in the sense, you know what do you mean by least count? It is the minimum measurement, or you can say the smallest value that can be measured. The smallest value that can be measured by using your instrument, that is known as what? Least count. And the error associated with it is known as what? Least count error. The smallest measurement which can be done by using the instrument is known as least count, and the error associated with it is known as what? Least count error. Simple, very simple definition. Error associated with the least count is known as least count error. Okay, so if you know, if you come for practicals, no, then you can understand it very nicely. That can be measured by the instrument, measuring instrument. Okay, right, it is. Okay, what is least count error? It is the smallest measurement which can be done by using your instrument is known as least count, and the error associated with that is known as what? Least count error. For example, yesterday in that video I shown you vernier caliper. So I told you if the 0 of the main scale and 0 of the vernier scale, if they are not coinciding with each other, then it is known as what? Error. उसको हम क्या बोलते हैं? Error बोलते हैं. So here least count of that instrument, the error associated with that least count is known as what? Least count error. I'll see in the next class if possible. I'll get that instrument once again. I'll try to explain you that that vernier caliper is having a least count error as 0.01 centimeter. You are from this one ICSE syllabus, Ayan. You are studying in advance or you are from ICSE syllabus school? State, okay. Okay. I hope it is clear to everyone what do you mean by least count error. So error, types of error, least count. least count error. I hope it is clear to everyone. So if it is clear to everyone, we will see how to express, how to represent errors, how to represent errors that we will, okay, that we will discuss now. Advanced syllabus. What is that? So the next point is, next we are going to discuss how to express errors. How to express error. So to express errors, we have three types. We have three types here. One is known as absolute error. Absolute error, then relative error, then percentage error. We have three types of error: absolute, relative and percentage error. So here we will discuss one by one all the three definitions of errors. Okay. Absolute error, how we represent is, listen carefully. So absolute errors, absolute error is denoted by, first we will see how to denote this absolute error. Absolute errors are denoted by mod of, I hope you know the symbol mod. Mod means what? The mod is nothing but all the values we take it as positive. All the values we take it as positive. मतलब आपको -2 आया तो भी आंसर आप क्या लिखोगे? 2 ही लिखोगे. So that is the meaning of this modulus symbol. So this is mod. Mod of absolute error is denoted by mod of delta A. It is denoted by, absolute error is denoted by mod of delta A. This is the symbol to represent your absolute error. Is it clear everyone how to represent this absolute error? Now we will see what is absolute error. I'll explain you with example. First I'll explain you with example, then I'll come for the definition. Okay. Suppose we have a number. I'll take numbers like 1, 2, 3. Only 3 numbers I'll take and I'll explain you. So here I have 3 numbers, 1, 2 and 3. How to calculate the mean, or what is the mean of this number 1, 2 and 3? What is the mean of this number? 1, 2 and 3 का mean क्या होता है बोलो? Mean, or you can say average. How to calculate it? That is 1 plus 2 plus 3 divided by 3. This is called as what? Mean calculation or average calculation. How to take the mean or average? In Kannada we call it as sarasari. So 1 plus 2 plus 3 divided by 3. How many numbers are there? 1, 2 and 3. अभी इसका mean क्या आता है बोलो? That is nothing but 3 plus 2, 5 plus 1, 6. 6 divided by 3. Answer is, what is 6 divided by 3? So your answer is what? 2 here. This is what mean. This is your mean. I'll write it as A mean. I'll write it as A mean. Okay. I have calculated the mean. Mean of this all number is how much? 2. Absolute error is given by. Absolute error is given by. That is, it is denoted by what? Mod of delta A. It is denoted by mod of delta A. For the first term, I'll write it as delta A1. For the first term, I'll write it as delta A1, which is equal to, it is the difference between, the given number, that is 1, minus the mean value. This is known as what? Absolute error. This is known as absolute error of the first term. Absolute error of the second term is given by, that is mod of delta A2 is equal to, how much it is? It is 2 minus 2. Then absolute error of the third term is given by mod of A3 is equal to 3 minus 2. This is how we calculate absolute error. This is how we calculate absolute error. So, understood how to calculate? I'll give you few more examples in the next class. Just see this example first. First हमने क्या किया है? 3 numbers लिया है. All the 3 numbers, take the mean of these 3 numbers. After taking mean, first given number minus mean. Second, given number minus mean. Again, given number minus mean. This is how we calculate absolute error. थोड़ा idea है at least सबको. Little you people got the idea about this absolute error. It is actually little difficult, but little if you understood, it will be good.